Hey everyone, welcome to one of my 2016 wrap-ups. I am trying to count down to you. Well, there's not really a countdown. It's not like the 5 best or anything like that, but you know what I mean. I am doing best of, and today is best of palettes, eyeshadow palettes to be specific. So I believe that all of these are new releases this year. Maybe 1 or 2 were just my discoveries, but I think they're pretty much new. And I hope they're not limited edition and they're all gone by the time yeah. But, and I also hope that I'm not forgetting any, because I do love eyeshadow palettes all the time and I buy them probably on a weekly basis. So I'm feeling like, do I have enough here? But I mean, I will say that these are the ones I have been reaching for the last few months. So if I go back through my collection and I'm editing and I'm like, oh, I forgot this, I will list it below. Yeah, so my apologies if I don't mention a really awesome palette that I reviewed or maybe didn't review, but I've been hoarding from you. Because, you know, I like to keep secrets sometimes. All right, so let's begin with one that is new to me this year, and I don't think new to 2016, but I discovered when I went to Vancouver for IMATS, and that is SUVA Beauty. This is their neutral necessities palette, and I have been using it for a lot of things. I used it a lot around Halloween. I did my doll look. These white shades and sort of bisque shade is so good for getting any kind of highlighting, shading. These can be used as shadows or blush or contour colors. They are very concentrate. I was told that they have primer in them. They're individual pans. This comes as a set, but you can buy them individually. And they're it's a Canadian company, and it's just really, really cool. So I hope you've checked out SUVA, and they also have some really great metallic, just amazing pigments and shadows. So I'm a fan. Great, SUVA. This was launched this fall. This is the Jouer eyeshadow palette. I really think that this is limited edition, but I keep seeing it still, so I'm really hoping they have just a gajillion on hand so they never run out. And it is gorgeous, and I've called it the little black dress of eyeshadow palettes because it pretty much has everything you need, from mattes to shimmers, neutrals, cool tones, warm tones. It's got it all. It's gorgeous. I love it. It's 40 bucks. It's an amazing quality for $40 for the price point. I really, really believe in this palette. And in no particular order, I must include this babe, Metal Matte. Did I do that right? Yeah, Metal Matte. Anyway, it's the Kat Von D Metal Matte palette. I know some people, not everyone is crazy about this palette. I love it. I think these metal shadows are fantastic, and I think the matte shadows are great too. I love that I can wear dramatic looks and really just everyday looks. I mean, this right here is so good. And before this one came out, the Shade and Light quads came out, I think this summer, and they are spectacular. Kat Von D really does eyeshadows. She does everything great. I wish I love the concealer. I love her brushes. I love her lipsticks. I love her liquid lips. I love the shadows. I hope she comes out with a new foundation that is not as thick as her original, just because for me, I can't wear that foundation. It's just a little bit heavy. But other than that, I mean, there's so many good things in the Kat Von D line. And I think if you want something just simple and straightforward, these quads are great. They kind of can go by skin tone, you know, like there's purples for green eyes and This is Smoke for, I think, anyone. I think that's how they had, am I making that up? Didn't they do it for eye color? Or maybe they just did it in color schemes. But they're the Shade and Light quads. And this is the Smoke one, and I really like it because it is very neutral. And this crease color right here is such a good transition shade. Like, you can use it for everything. And you always need a Kat Von D black shadow because I feel like hers are so pigmented. Okay, so Kat Von D. Now, these all came out recently. So I'm telling you guys, I really feel I'm probably forgetting a palette that came out last year. There were some palettes though that were duds, and I've reviewed some that are just sort of or like I returned the Urban Decay Full Spectrum. I wasn't thrilled with the IT Cosmetics Superhero palette. So yeah, I know that there are some duds, so maybe that's what I'm forgetting. Okay, so the Ciate palettes in general, but definitely this Pretty Fun and Fearless palette is fantastic. If you can get your hands on it, I recommend it. It has so many great shades, so many good neutrals, fun shades, shimmers, mattes, the whole works, you name it. It did come in a set for holiday, so if it's not available, I totally recommend their Fun palette, and then I think they have like an everyday palette, but they have a 9-shade palette, 9, yeah, at Sephora for $35, awesome. So I really hope they come out with more eyeshadows and that Ciate expands their line because I'm really falling in love with this brand. And also, I find these shadows to be just as good or better. Of course, Anastasia, oh, that's what I forgot. Was there an Anastasia palette that there's some other palettes, aren't there? See, I didn't get the Mario palette and I didn't get the Modern Renaissance palette, and I know that those palettes are good. So, yeah, pardon me for not having every single palette to share with you. And I didn't get some of the Tarte palettes. So these are my favorites, okay? Okay. So there you go. If you want really pretty browns and plums, this is an awesome. Now the next two palettes and my last two palettes are definitely in the more playful, dramatic, you know, extreme makeup looks. The Natasha Denona Star palette, I've included this in other favorites, and you know, I just love this palette. I really do. I am so happy. This palette makes me happy. Is that weird? Is that weird? I'm weird. So I just love this Star palette. I do. I love all Natasha Denona shadows. This, however, this is the new formula that is talc free. So the 5 palette and the 10 palette that you can get on Beautylish and Sephora, I believe are still the talc formulations. But maybe going forward, all her shadows will be talc free. I don't know. I just know that this particular palette is talc free because that was important to some, and so she decided to make that change. And then this is actually what I'm wearing today, Queen of Hearts by Colored Rain. Love this palette. I love these shadows. I found Colored Rain, I want to say at the end of the summer, and I did my black owned makeup brand. I did Jackie Ina's black owned makeup brand challenge, and when I think she used a Colored Rain product, and so then I looked into them, and it is just so much fun. Their eyeshadows and liquid lips. And when they came out with this palette around Black Friday, I was so excited because it is just an incredible pigmentation. If these shades aren't for you, but you want to check out Colored Rain shadows, definitely go to their website, and they have singles that you can get, just like the Makeup Geek shadows. And so you can put together a few singles if you want and put them in a Z palette. They are fabulous. I know that Makeup Geek and Morphe came out with palettes this year, and I just didn't focus on them. So these, like I said, I'm just going to be reaching for. They are my absolute favorites. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot. the Sweet Peach palette. I decided to throw this into and include it because it is really, really good. You guys saw I just reviewed it and it is fabulous. It's really pretty. It's just nice. It really is. It's a peach. So there you go. I think limited edition, but you can get it in stores at Ulta and online at Ulta and online on Too Faced. So lots of good stuff in there. So there you go. That is everything. I will list everything below, and I hope you enjoy my best of 2016 series. I am going to be including more products for you to come, so be tuned. So stay tuned, be subscribed so you don't miss it, and I will see you next time. Bye.